So we have a question here from Shay, and it says, what about high blood pressure being the cause? And this is in reference to another video we did, which you can have a look at. And this is where I'm talking more about pulsatile tinnitus and how misalignments in the neck can potentially be one of the causes. Because what's going to happen is it's going to start to affect the arteries running through, particularly the vertebral, the internal carotid, and that's going to then create this turbulence as it's going past the inner ear on those arteries because of the misalignments, changing the alignment in the neck. And that's one way that pulsatile tinnitus can happen. However, Shay is completely right. High blood pressure can definitely be another cause, as can be other changes in the arteries. This could be things like atherosclerosis. This could also be stenosis, so essentially more closing of the blood vessels, where essentially the gap gets smaller. So as well as the cardiovascular changes I was just talking about, or the misalignments in the top of the neck, which can affect those arteries as they're passing through, creating that pulsatile tinnitus. Some of the other cause would be changes directly in the ear itself. So this could be if there's been damage to the ear, maybe there's a buildup of earwax. Also, there's a couple of conditions which can affect it. So a head trauma, and a head trauma, when that happens, that can also be due to a change in either the inner ear or causing a misalignment. So head trauma in general, maybe something that can be a cause for pulsatile tinnitus. And other things would be things like, and these are much rarer, but things like Paget's disease or growths or tumors. But these, again, usually are much, much rarer. Usually it's best to try and, of course, rule out these red flags, but then look for what may be the simplest answer, whether it's a change in something like blood pressure or whether it's something like a misalignment in the neck which is causing it. And particularly if you've already been for a number of tests, maybe you've had CTs, MRIs, maybe they've done some other form of blood checks as well, maybe your blood pressure is normal, maybe they're not finding anything on, say, any CTs or MRIs that would show any kind of growth, and that's where maybe this could be this misalignment at the top of the neck, which is causing more of that pulsatile tinnitus or contributing to it being so much more prominent, so much more obvious in your daily life. If you have any questions, drop them down in the comments or give us a follow for more information like this.